Okay, so I decided to make this video because, I have girls coming to me all the time asking, you know, how do I become a girl bull rider? Which I hate that term, but that's what everyone calls us. So, anyways, um, I know I make it look easy, but it's not easy. And when I do interviews and people ask me, how come there isn't more girl bull riders? Well, I decided to make a list um, and make this video so that girls can really see what they're getting themselves into, and if you still decide that bull riding is right for you, then that's awesome. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be easy. So, the first thing that you need to know is you can be the nicest person in the world, and people are going to hate you. Most people are not going to give you a chance because, people are going to see, that Maggie Parker, she rides bulls, and they're going to assume that all I am, or all you are, is an attention-seeking whore. And that is the honest truth. That is what people are going to think that you are. And you are going to have to be okay with that. Because those people aren't worth it, And I tell myself all the time, I'm like, you know what? Even Jesus had haters, so you can get through this. And you cannot give your energy to those people. And, you're going to think, why won't people give me a chance? I'm a good person, I'm honest, I'm nice. But most people are not going to give you a chance. They're not going to give you the time of day because of what you like to do. Second thing, work out. You have to work out. I know I am the worst about it. I hate working out. But you know what? We, as women, we are not as strong as men, but we have a lower center of gravity, and we have lighter bodies, which gives us an advantage. But you have got to work out, because if you're not in shape, you're not gonna make it. And so the third thing, you have got to be okay on your own. You can't be scared to sleep in your car or your truck. You can't be scared to sleep in some strange place or drive 15 hours at night by yourself, because it's going to be very hard for you to find good traveling partners. And I have traveled with some really great guys, but 80% of the guys that I've traveled with, the only reason they will let you travel with them is because they want to sleep with you. Which brings me to my next point. Do not sleep with them. You sleep with them, and they're never going to talk to you again. You don't sleep with them, they're never going to talk to you again. Those guys, that's all they want. So, be a lady, okay? Just because you ride bulls doesn't mean you have to act like a man and, be a hard ass. Be a lady. Be classy, but, be tough. You have to be tough. Okay. So, and also, you keeping a positive attitude is so important, okay? Like, you have got to believe in yourself. There are going to be times, there was times I would drive 15 hours in the middle of the night by myself, get to this bull riding, and, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, and, people don't do that if their heart is not in it. But you're going to show up at the bull riding, and people are going to give you dirty looks. People are going to make comments about you. You cannot give your energy to those people. If you want to be successful in bull riding, you cannot give your energy to, the little comments people say, or the looks people give you, or, all the stereotypes that people are going to put on you. You can't give your energy to it. You have to focus on what you want to be successful. You're a very, very easy target. The second you say one thing wrong, people are going to jump on you like coyotes and say, oh, well, I thought that you were this good person, you said this, and, people are going to be watching you constantly and waiting for you to slip up. But, you just got to know who you are and be yourself. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. Be whoever you are, but you just happen to love riding bulls. You can't help it. Proving yourself. The only way to prove yourself, you don't go around to people and say, well, look, I just drove 15 hours by myself and, it's so hard for a girl in this sport. No, you don't go around and, try to make people feel bad for you. The only way to prove yourself is to ride your bulls. The only way you're going to ride your bulls is if you put in the work when nobody's watching. You get on your barrel and you do drills. You get on practice bulls. You work out. You eat healthy. You do whatever you can to be successful. And in the end, that is how you're going to prove yourself. And that is how you're going to gain people's respect. Injuries. You're going to get hurt. You're going to buck off, you're gonna get hurt. Like right now I have 2 rods and 8 screws in my spine, and I'm still planning on riding bulls. You have to be okay with that. You have to be ready. You're not gonna go into it thinking, oh, I'm just gonna get on some bulls and I'm not gonna get hurt, and you're gonna get hurt. But the difference is when you buck off and get hurt, if a guy bucks off and gets hurt, it's like, oh no, are you okay? You'll be alright, just heal up and then get back on. No, if you get hurt, everyone is gonna say, this is why girls shouldn't ride bulls. Because apparently, I guess it's different if a girl gets hurt and a guy gets hurt. But, also, be smart about entering. I just had a baby 4 months ago, and people keep asking me, when are you gonna ride again? When you get on bulls again? And I tell them, I'm like, I'm not just gonna be out of shape and go get on some bulls and go buy the pro card back and start entering and get hurt and lose all my money. Like, I got to get back in shape first. I do drills. When I feel like I'm ready, then yes, I will go enter. But do not enter things until you feel like you're ready, because you don't want to be known as added money. You don't want to be known as that girl that goes and gets on bulls and falls off in the chute every time. And there's a lot of them. So, after you know all these things, if you still love bull riding and this is still something that you want to do, go for it. But just know that it's not going to be easy. And I know I make it look easy, but there has been some very, very hard times for me. And you can't expect people to have sympathy for you or pity you, because this is the life that you chose, and this is the sport that you chose to do. And bull riding is hard enough. It is one of the hardest sports on earth to do, but doing it as a female and doing it with hardly any support and everyone just waiting for you to mess up so that they can say, oh, I told you so. It takes a very, very strong, very mentally strong person to get past all of those and still love bull riding and still do everything you can to be successful. So, you know, that right there is why there's hardly any girls in this sport, because, girls that do it for the wrong reason, girls that do it for attention or to get cowboys or whatever, they're not going to last 2 months, because they're going to see how hard it is, and they're going to see what it takes to be, in this sport. Yes, it's considered a man sport, and there is no women's association anymore. So it's going to be you. And there are going to be times where you are going to be alone. And, you cannot be afraid of that. And, everyone's just going to assume, oh, that girl bull rider, I bet mommy and daddy bought all her gear and she's just going to fall off a first jump. That is what everyone is going to assume. So, the only way you're going to prove them wrong is to put in the time, put in the effort. You can't just sit at home and be on Facebook all day and hang out with your friends, and then on the weekends you go enter a bull ride and fall off. No. You can't do that. There are guys that can sit around and drink beer all day and then go make a 90-point bull ride. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's not me, and I can almost guarantee that's not you. So put in the effort, put in the time, and above all, always stay positive and always believe in yourself. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to make it. If you let everyone who talks bad about you get in your head, then you might as well just quit now, because it's not going to be easy. But, there will be good times, there'll be fun times, you will make so many friends, but you have to be ready for the bad side too. And I hope this video gives you a little bit of insight on what it's actually like out there, on the road, being a female bull rider. And I hope I didn't scare you. But I guess, I think this video was long overdue to explain to girls what it really takes. So I hope you enjoyed it.